Well, hello, here we are at Cowslip Cottage in Pembrokeshire, West Wales. Very exciting. It's our first time in this part of the world, and indeed the first time we all go in. We've just arrived and we're just unpacking. So it's all very exciting. Well, actually, it's not exactly true. We arrived 2 days ago, but we forgot to film that bit. Never mind, we're not going to pretend we've just arrived and hope you don't notice. Actually, why don't we pretend we've just arrived and hope we don't notice? Well, here we are at Cowslip Cottage in Pembrokeshire, West Wales. Very exciting, our first time in this part of the world. And what part of Pembrokeshire? Well, the name's just escaped me.
Cardigan?
No, I'll stick with this jumper, thanks.
Oh, well, should we go inside then?
What, because we just arrived?
Yeah.
What a pucker idea. Lead on, Macduff. I saw tiles exactly like this on that Channel 4 show.
What, a place in the sun?
No, Time Team. Toilet in the cupboard. We've got another one, look. We've got more loos in Glastonbury. For God's sake, get up, you silly woman! Right, well, we finally settled in for the second time, and well, earlier today we went off to Poppet Sam's, very exciting, and before we go to bed, let's look at the highlights from that trip.
No, I don't know what it is. No, it's... No, I'll say look down.
Well, is that it? Oh. Alright, then maybe we're doing something a bit more exciting tomorrow. Au revoir! Oh, there you are. Well, we're off to Aberystwyth today on a train journey off to see Devil's Bridge and the waterfalls. I don't quite know how they say that over here. I didn't know you could speak Welsh.
I can't. I've got crunchy nut bite lodged in my throat.
Right. Having enjoyed a train journey sitting opposite the world's dullest couple, we all went off to see Devil's Bridge, at which for the paltry sum of £1 you could admire crooked stonework, several dangerously uneven pathways and some giant space craters. Well, actually it's where the water's carved out holes in the rock, but you know. Right, well here we are, slight change of scenery, and yes, such is the magic of television. We're now inside a, well, part of a lead and silver tin mine. We were actually quite lucky to get in. The car park was absolutely chock-a-block when we first arrived, but there we are. This mine in the middle of a field in Ponterwyd is a thriving exhibit, receiving well over 4 visitors each year. It's a bit like Alton Towers if half the rides were removed and the other half replaced with rusting machinery. Clamber secretly through the old mine shafts like we did, or if you're prepared to pay the entrance fee, then you can go through the main reception. Absolutely, Well, there you are, excellent. Well, we just come out of this mine, very exciting. Well, fascinating, wasn't it?
It was absolutely marvellous. Saw fissures, cracks,
absolutely.
all sorts of jobbyisms in the rock. Absolutely amazing. A lot of folklore.
Yep, absolutely.
Told us all about these funny little creatures used to be in there.
We saw a pair of knockers, didn't we?
We did.
Bag of chips.
Lovely.
But sadly, the mine tea room's hot food range only encompassed pasties, and so we all went back to the cottage for a riveting instalment of Katie's famous flag game.
Hello, welcome to the flag game. There are 20 flags. Your first flag is.
Has it been in the World Cup?
I don't know. I don't even know what it is myself.
He doesn't know what it is herself.
I've got the answers. I just don't know what it is. Oh my
God. You wrote the quiz, for God's sake. A new day in Cardigan dawned, and having spent the morning perusing our selection of leaflets detailing places to go, we decided to ignore them all completely and drive around aimlessly until we found somewhere exciting. We then realised that there aren't any exciting attractions in Wales, and so we all went on a mooch through the town. So Wales really does have so much to offer, and in fact we haven't actually found anything yet. So here we are in this car park looking for something to do. I don't know, a library or a museum would be nice, or a harbour. Do you know, I think there might be one over there. Now, while we've been driving around trying not to look lost, we've finally come across something rather interesting. Now, don't worry if all these surroundings look a bit unfamiliar to you. We may have only been in Wales for a couple of days, but as a bit of a country bumpkin myself, I do know what I'm talking about. It's going to take something rather special to better this, and when it comes to rural matters, I'm your man. And here it is. This is actually the first medieval drive-through. And, well no, actually it's a burial chamber, and it is by far the most exciting thing we've seen on this whole day so far. Put in the Neolithic age, so that's well before 2005, and said to house long-dead relics such as Ramesses, Tutankhamun and Ghammi. And as if looking at rocks wasn't thrilling enough, I later joined Father B for one of his world-famous nature walks. What are these curtains shut in broad daylight? Oh, it's supposed to be the evening, right. Well, as it turned out, we didn't see a sausage on that nature walk. I mean, I've seen more wildlife on a motorway, personally, but there we go. And unfortunately, as they say, all good things must come to an end, and so must this holiday. If I think back to all the fabulous places we've been, Poppet Sands, Tesco, the list ends there. But never mind, let's look back now at all of the highlights from these past few days.
No, I don't think it is. No, it is.
What, is that it? What, again? Not even the burial chamber deemed good enough, well I never. Oh, it's Katie over there, packing away. Katie, what's been your favourite part of this film? Was it the artistic camera work?
No, the bit at the end.
Oh, what, you mean my witty signing off?
No, the bit with all the names.
Oh, the bit with all the...